Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Shamir, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for joining me again today. So today we are in Target and we're going to be looking at some things that I feel like are holiday hosting essentials, okay? So whether you're throwing a Friendsgiving, a Thanksgiving, maybe even a brunch or some type of shower, maybe a bridal shower or a baby shower, or even planning for the Christmas holidays coming up, you might want to have some of these things to just make things easier for you and to make your brunch, dinner, or event look beautiful, okay? Because these items definitely are giving the aesthetic, okay? Starting with things like this oil and vinegar set. I mean, look at the cork top on that. How nice is that? I also feel like an essential is to have some type of dip set like that one. You can put different types of dips in there and it's sitting on that cute little base. I also think that some of the essentials are gonna be boards. Now, even if you're not just a fan of a specific charcuterie board and you're gonna have like cheeses and things like that on it, you guys, it's great to make a board for all kinds of things, okay? Whether it's having a breakfast board, if you're doing a brunch, and putting things like, you know, your eggs and your pancakes and stuff on a board and making it look nice. Things like that basket are also great to hold like your napkins and plates. If you're going to have a cheese board, why not have one that looks beautiful like this, okay? The matching knife to go along with it. But back to the regular boards. So you don't always have to put just charcuterie items on a board or a serving board, okay? You can use it for breads like they do at restaurants. You can also use it for snacks. If you're gonna have some type of movie night, like maybe you're hosting something like that type of event or party, you can use it to arrange things like maybe popcorn and M&Ms and put other little containers on top of it. But it's just always nice to have so many options when it comes to some type of serving board or charcuterie board, because we know I love a charcuterie board, okay? But I like how many options they had to choose from, and when I was looking around, I was like, I just love the look of these. You see, this one has some black accents with the handle on it, and then you see this slicer coming up to where you can actually slice the cheeses and stuff with it if you're gonna do a cheese board or charcuterie board, and then different sizes, but they match. Look at that. So you can have a bigger board and a smaller board. You guys, just so many options to choose from. Another thing that I feel like is essential whenever you are hosting is just to have stuff for your guests if you're going to be hosting overnight guests as well. So if you're going to be hosting some people for overnight, you might want to set up something nice like a little tray like this and put some essentials that they may need on the bed. You can put that little tray on there and have, you know, some supplies for nighttime, or you can put a tray like that even in your restroom and just put little essentials or things that they may have forgotten to bring with them. So even though a lot of these items are right here, like the threshold items in the kitchen area of the store, you can make these work for double duty and use some of those for other essentials in other areas of your home as well. And then I also feel like it's very important to just have some serving utensils and things that are going to match the aesthetic with the boards. You see how I brought this one over there? The fact that it's all easily in one place. You can have matching items, you know, if you're worried about the aesthetic. But you also, these are things that sometimes you don't even think like you might need until you're hosting quite a few people and you're like, wait, I need something to serve this with. I need something to pick up the salad with. I need all of these things. So that's why I'm showing you guys this video, so that you can start planning ahead and think about those small little details that you may have missed, you know? And it's just things that'll jazz it up a bit. We know you can all grab like a regular spoon or fork, but if you want to take it to the next level with your holiday hosting, those are some items that you might want to look into. Now, you're also going to want something to serve your drinks in, okay? You might want to put something in a picture or a jug. Depending on what the aesthetic is that you are going for, they have options. And oh my gosh, this carafe and cup set, you guys, this is so great if you are having overnight guests, because you put that watercraft right next to the bed so that they can have water, and then the top part, of course, is a cup. So it just makes it easy so that your guests don't have to get up and, you know, go into the kitchen. If they want a sip of water, they have an option right there next to them. So those, once again, are the little details that you might not think about, because think about it, when you're at someone's house, if they're hosting you, sometimes you might be like, oh my gosh, I need a sip of water, but I don't want to wake the house, especially if they have pets. Okay, you might not want to wake people up, but if they have options already right there by their little nightstand, it just makes it so much easier. Now we'll also want to think about the napkins and table runners and all of those type of things too, because you know, it just helps bring your look together depending on what you're doing. Now I love these table runners because they are very neutral, and I feel like these are essentials. This is why I feel like these are holiday essentials, especially the items that are neutral. The placemats, the table runners, the napkin rings, everything that is neutral is great and essential to me, because I feel like you can mix and match the other plates and dishes and place settings to go along with it and make it match your theme. So think about it. If you have a neutral table runner that looks really nice, you can always put different color placemats or something like that to make it match your theme. Like maybe if it's for Christmas and you're doing like that deep burgundy or red, you can bring out those colors in the other pieces of decor that you put, but your main essential items like your table runners and things could be neutral. So I like the ones that I saw. Honestly, you guys, as soon as I walked on this aisle, I was like, I have to show them this. Like, this stuff looks really good. And then, oh my goodness, how nice are those chopsticks, okay? See, once again, it's the random little pieces that I see in the store that I'm like, I mean, doesn't that just elevate the look for your party? And then you may want to think about just the forks and spoons and knives and all of that stuff. Now, while you may have them already, of course, you may want to get extras, because I'm telling you, it's nothing like trying to host or have people over and you're looking for things, especially if you're not going to be using plastic utensils, okay? I'm talking if you're hosting like a sit down dinner and you want to have, you know, forks and spoons and knives, and you want them to all match and everything look cohesive. You might want to think about refreshing or updating your utensils as well. So, and it's nothing wrong with having disposable utensils and things like that, but it just depends on the event and what you're going for. And once again, look at those utensils right there. Those were the bigger ones for actually serving the food and, you know, getting your salad, or if you put a big bowl out and you're doing more of a shareable situation, you know, you can use that for serving. They also had some really great glasses and just, you know, these with the hint of color. I really liked those. But you might want to think about your wine glasses and things like that too. Once again, holiday essentials, because if you're gonna host and you're gonna want to serve drinks, it just looks nice. I personally like the aesthetic if, you know, there's a cohesive look and we have a set of the same wine glasses, you know. Of course, a wine glass is a wine glass. At the end of the day, you can have mix and match ones, but it just looks really nice, especially for the event and for the holidays. If you just, you know, go all out with it and have matching items for everyone to use while they are in your home or in the venue that you have chosen to host your holiday event. And like I said, you can look for different things like the colorful ones or colored glass, just to have options. I like even like these juice glasses. Okay, it's a nice set. They were reasonably priced. And it's one of those things, once again, that you don't want to start having your event and then realize like, oh, okay, I want to pull out the glasses for people to use. and you don't have enough of them either. You know, especially if you're not the type to host events all the time or have people over at your home all the time. You may not just have a ton of those items at home, but if you're thinking about hosting, these are the things that you should think about to make sure, honestly, to make sure it's even something that you want to do, because hosting a holiday event is a lot, you know. But I hope you've enjoyed this look. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.